And what is going on, everybody? I am here with a brand new Let's Play, which is Metro Last Light. Now, Metro Last Light is a direct sequel to Metro 2033. Now, just a little side thing, it does not relate to Metro 2034, which some people like to call this game Metro 2034, which we'll get into as soon as we enter through the game. Of course, it was released in 2013, and then it saw its re-releases with Retro Redux, and then was imported into the next-gen consoles and stuff. So that's a little bit of a little thing. So now we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna select a drive. We're not gonna do pick the first one yet, because I have my personal file in there. So I don't want to mix it up. Metro Last Light. Oh yeah, I just love this intro every time, and we could get into it. Now we could press. Yeah, there's a couple things. New game, chapters. I don't think we unlocked any. Yeah, we don't unlock any chapters. Before we do that, let's see. There isn't any subtitles there. That's what we wanted. Sure, that's okay. Sound. Okay, max. Okay. So now we're gonna get into a new game. Here we go. Recommended newcomers. Yeah. So original. I'm gonna do normal. I'm gonna do that.
The Dark Ones came much later, from the garden's direction. The Dark Ones, huge, towering a full head over the highest man. Nightmarish creatures, creepy as a man turned inside out. Monsters born to destroy us. The word was they were incredibly strong and unnaturally evil, that with bare paws they could tear armed men apart. That's all lies. Truth is even scarier.
I used to live nearby. Before the war, up there. I was on the train when it happened. I tried calling my family, but couldn't get through. What the? What happened? Shit!
Man, my heart's beating real fast.
Shit! What's going on here?
Oh man, I'm all alone here.
Artyom, wake up, Artyom. It's me, Khan. Nightmares, eh? No wonder, after all you've been through. Listen, I have incredible news. A couple of days ago, I was near the ruins of the Dark One's hive, and I saw one of them, still alive. I immediately set out to find you, as you were the one they tried to contact, before you launched the missile strike against them.
Khan, how the hell did you get here? Get out!
Now!
Yes, Ullman, one moment. If a Dark One has survived, it is vital that you try to speak with it, Artyom. I realize that as one of the Order now, you report to Miller. But we must persuade him to allow this mission.
Khan, I told you to get out! This is a classified base. You shouldn't even be here. I'll take you to Colonel Miller. Follow me, Artyom.
Get ready, Artyom. I'll be waiting at the exit.
Move it, you windbag.
I knew a smoker once. During the last year of his life, he had to eat.
So now we're seeing some familiar items. Of course, there's a journal, a light, or a lighter. Not tight to move. Now we could explore Artyom's room. As you can see, look, this map here is the full metro. Well, the full map of the metro. See some books and stuff. We could interact with the desks, some of the desks here. Yeah, we don't want to listen to that. Turn on the lights. Oh, that's just with the cassette again. Now there isn't. Oh yeah, this no sensitivity. No, not the aim sensitivity. Talk about the attorney sensitivity. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now, to get this out of the way, of course, we interact with instruments. Now, similar to Metro 2033, there are moral choices. The moral choices depending on the ending of the game, to get the good or the bad ending. I don't know if there is an alternative ending, but the way that Khan explained to us is that, well, I guess the developers picked the bad ending. So I guess to continue the storyline. Yeah, you could see the here. You can actually see the lights and stuff. You can see your objective, a dark one. Follow Khan. Read me from there. Okay.
The story is construction started in Stalin's time and went on until the USSR broke down. War was inevitable, they said.
And now, since we interacted with this instrument, there are in total of 17 musical instruments that we could interact throughout the game. Now, I believe those count as more points, including another collectible.
Привет, Artyom. Artyom was one of the men who found these Sikhs. They gave him a ranger's badge on the spot.
Yeah, it's nice for him. I had to spend 2 years as a cadet before they accepted me into the order.
Well, anyway,
Oh yeah,
where were we?
since the last game, Artyom is now a ranger instead of a cadet, so he has more access to, or has more privileges than the others. And we got more points for that.
Romanov. I thought he was in the hospital from the attack on the Great Library.
Discharged last week, so his squad is sent through the marshes to the George base. Hanup's the only one who makes it there alive.
You're shitting me. The rest of the group wiped out?
The marshes are easy. You just look for them.
Yeah, they're just talking a bunch of I guess I'm saying gibberish, but
Okay, the shrimps always gave you hell. But come on, what could take a whole squad down?
now that what he says there is a little bit of important because it explains an enemy. But we won't see that enemy until later on in the game. Now there was something I was gonna say, but then I forgot. Oh yeah, I don't remember all the moral choices throughout the game, but I will try my best to actually find all of them because I do want to get the good ending. Every time I've played this game numerous times, I've always gotten the bad ending because of the moral choices. So hopefully, I remember some of the moral choices where they are and choose the right one.
Pathetic. No wonder the colonel ordered training time doubled.
Move sharper.
New recruits I see.
Keep your back straight.
Heard about what you did. Respect, man.
For a young guy like Artyom, hell yeah.
Word is, there's shit in the marshes. Maybe worse than the Dark Ones. Stay out of there.
That was a mighty fine
I
barbecue
also
they
heard
roast up.
Miller himself sent for you.
Yeah, of course, he did. They're hating. A couple haters.
Hello, Artyom. Welcome to the armory. I hear you're a ranger now, huh? We must get a drink sometime to celebrate. For now, let's get you equipped. So, first things first. You're going to need a gas mask. You can't make a step on the surface without a gas mask. It's been 20 years and the radiation's still strong enough in some places to boil water. There are hot spots down here in the metro, too. Don't forget filters for the mask. Sure, it looks cool enough even without these, but they definitely make it better for your health. Now medkits. Well, what can I say? Anything you need for survival in a stylish orange case. Here's your advance salary for this month. Remember, your pay is in military-grade rounds. Sure, you can use them as usual ammo for some hefty extra damage, but saving them to buy guns, attachments, regular ammo and equipment from merchants anywhere in the metro seems like a smarter move.
Press Y to yes. Now we actually have a HUD. Not in the last game. That the HUD was actually not very good. As you can see, where the D-pad icon is located, you can actually see some consumables and actually throwable items. So grenades, knives, and I think it's searing grenades or flash grenades, or I think it's dynamite. They actually get their own little HUD section. Not like in Metro 23. Yeah, not like in the last game where it's just like its own little spot. Now Artyom carries 3 spots, 3 inventory spots for weapons. Depending on the difficulty you selected, he will carry more or less slots. So if you picked the harder version, the hard difficulty, you get I think an extra slot, so it's 4 slots. And on the top there, you actually see your ammunition inventory. So you see how much you get depending on the ammo you waste and stuff. So.
Haha, alright. Now to the good stuff, huh? Let's get you some guns. Take the ones you want and try them out on my range.
Yes, instead of just holding one button, you could just quickly see your HUD. Which is actually pretty interesting because in the last game you couldn't pretty see your HUD anywhere. As you can see, there's a flashlight, matches, your watch. I think that's oxygen, and then how many first aid kits you have, and then there's Y, B, and X. No, yeah, the Y, B, X, A buttons and stuff.
Range? Alright,
Wait.
head over to my range and try out those guns. Come back if you want to try a different gun.
Okay. So now we get to choose our weapons. Now, there are several new guns introduced here in Metro 2034. This one is the bolt-action rifle, and then we have the standard AK-47, and then the shot, and then the I think it's the bastard. Yeah, the bastard gun. Oh, don't even remind me about the bastard gun. And then we have the shotgun, Shambler. And then we have a simple revolver. Now there are a few other weapons we'll be able to see, but that's not until later. But the first one we're actually introduced is a bolt-action rifle.
Make sure you take a close-range weapon with that one. Rifles are good for long-range targets, but you don't want to get caught with your pants down if something creeps up behind you.
Oh, you betcha.
Good choice.
And now, like he said, you are able to actually customize your weapons. As you can see, you can actually put attachments like sights, extended mags, all that kinds of stuff. It's not like in the last game when it comes with preloaded attachments. So this is actually pretty good. So you can actually customize whatever gun you want without having the need to spend a little bit extra more on pre-customized items, which is actually pretty good. A new thing in the
Hey Artyom,
show for me, huh?
in this game.
Try out the rest of the weapons you chose.
Now you can switch by quickly double tapping. Okay. Yeah.
Try shooting for the center of the regular dummy's chest. Good shot. Now, armored dummy. Notice the difference? It's going to take more bullets to penetrate that armor. Look for sparks to know when you are shooting an armored target. Try a headshot. That's
there we go.
Critical hit. Notice the difference? Those are the basics. You can keep practicing if you want, or head on up to Miller's briefing.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a little problem that you can actually hear from here instead of hearing it on the comms. Now, the one thing I still have a problem with is that there is no automatic reloading on certain weapons, I believe. So that's one big of a huge problem.
Did you hear the order? You're not to disclose the fact that D6 has been found to anyone in the metro.
The colonel says someone already spilled the beans. The stations are crawling with rumors. Each lie crazier than the last.
Sure. Food for 10 million, super weapons, secret machinery.
And others claim there's a radio down here powerful enough to contact the bunkers in Siberia, where the president and the government are holed up. Yeah, it's madness.
Yeah. To gain more points, you have to listen to conversations or make some choices. But like I said, I don't remember all of it.
Irradiated here for damn sure.
But I will try my best to actually find every single one and make the right choice, so I could get the good ending. Because I've never seen the good ending. I've only seen the good ending online, but I've never like experienced it myself.
Are welded shut, and there's a few that look like they were locked from inside. So there's radioactive shit behind some of those doors, hot enough to bake an egg.
Can't remember the last time I ate an egg. Look, there's a reactor here, right?
On the other side of the facility. I'm not sure it's safe here. Maybe this place wasn't designed as a shelter.
What else?
No idea.
Now I don't know if this conversation will act as more points, but
Please, Osip, let me smoke in peace.
I was on duty in the Situation Room yesterday, so I heard something. Seems like there's all
it should
kinds of
act
things
right away
stirring
though.
up.
What do you mean?
The Reds are mobilizing. They've recruited old men, schoolboys, sent them off to training camps. I tell you, war is coming.
Who are they going to fight?
The usual suspects.
Well, that right there is actually
Nazis.
important.
That reminds me. The sentry's topside spotted 3 recon groups of Reich stalkers. Strange. Nazis have never been on sight of such things.
Where?
Yeah, I think we're not gonna get any more points here, so we just keep on moving.
So, you're an expert on it.
Pay no attention to this clown, Alex. Open the gates.
Have you heard about Lesnitsky?
What are you talking about?
Check with the guards at the lab.
Code 44.
What the hell did he do?
Opening up.
Well, we got more
let's
points.
go.
Well, we'll get more points throughout the main game, but on you have to get more and more points on some side
with
stuff.
Whatever they might need in the afterlife. Weapons, gold, chariots. They'd sacrifice their wives and slaves to serve their lords even in death.
Shit out.
Like what the Conqueror took with him beyond the grave. Gold, steel, and wild steeds, and treasures untold. Of course, the Tomb Raiders would always die horribly, killed by demons or ghosts, or their own greed.
Khan, will you shut up or what? Hey, I heard that Lesnitsky did something. What happened?
Nobody knows. Lesnitsky was at the lab. When the next shift came, the door was open and the lab ransacked. Lesnitsky was gone.
Shit. So, what's inside?
Chemical weapons, maybe some other shit. That's all I heard.
God damn it. The Colonel's going to tear me a new one because of Lesnitsky. A red-hot poker right into my soul. If I still had one. Let's go.
So if you do, this place is familiar, of course. This is D6, which is now turned into a bunker or a shelter, if you want to call it. It's kind of funny that we were finding D6 and now we're actually on D6, living here. So it's actually, I find it pretty cool. As you can see, it's pretty been secured and safe.
Hansa is strengthening the sentry points along the whole line, especially the ones close to the Nazis.
I just left the briefing. 2 Nazi assault teams have started a fight with raids somewhere on the surface.
Over what?
If I know, they're doing on the surface in the first place. I never went there in such numbers before.
HQ thinks they're looking to...
I don't think this is other.
Well, you couldn't hide the news forever, and now they're all salivating over D6.
Seems like we'll have to share.
With hungry wolves? They're going to share you, bro. And then each other.
They've never touched the order before.
Because the order was like...
Yeah, since we've been hearing these conversations, we've have hints that, of course, that the allies have found D6 and now they took in the shelter. So now other enemies are.
What's that?
People say the Reds are sending their agents into Hansa via neutral stations. Looks like they're onto something.
There's word the Nazis are sniffing around for our treasure.
Do they know what's in here? All the weapons and shit?
Well, genius, if they thought it was a diaper storage facility, they'd leave it alone.
What if they find the entrances? Storm the bunker?
Any of our men is worth 5 reds, and the exchange rate for the Nazis is also quite favorable.
You forget, the Red Line's got 15,000 people. They could kill with numbers alone.
My god, we're what? 200?
Remember what Miller said when we found D6? With these treasures, with these weapons, we'll become men again. Take back the surface, wipe it clean of mutants. And this is where we find ourselves.
What did you expect? If starving men smell a hot dinner, they'll kill each other for a bite.
Can't help thinking. The entire Metal has been offered a chance at some mission.
Man, so now we're actually hearing conversations about another war.
They've been summoned.
Since we already found D6.
All right, go on in. I'll wait here. When you've gone, I'll stay.
The bombing of the Dark Ones
Okay,
may
so I
have
think-
been humanity's
Oh, wait,
worst
never mind.
mistake. What if they meant us no harm, but were trying to communicate? Perhaps the severe pain and loss of consciousness suffered in their presence just meant we were incompatible. Machines with different wiring. But somehow you, Artyom, have the common wire. The connection with the Dark Ones. Yes, people died at Exhibition, your home station. Hunter, the best of the Order, is most likely dead as well. And he taught you this. If we don't fight for our lives in this new world, we'll be devoured. It is the law of evolution. But I would argue, the old laws no longer apply.
Now, what Khan is saying is actually a foreshadowing to much later in the game, so remind yourself of what Khan said. So now since we've reached towards Miller, talking about Khan's prediction of what Khan wants to say, we're just gonna end it off here for now. So next time on Metro Last Light,